Hello dear viewers, welcome to this video. In this video, we're gonna see the introduction for our exercise. Here, I'm going to give you some introduction about the data we have here, and then we will create mapping of financials, and then we will build the output P&L sheet. We'll fill it, and then we'll calculate the percentage variance, 1 year variations, and applying the conditional formatting. And then we will build output balance sheet, and using these functions, these formulas, index match, uh, we will fill up the balance sheet, output balance sheet. And finally, we will start forecasting in this video. The remaining section will continue in the upcoming video. So I hope you will enjoy this lesson. Now let me give you introduction for the data type I have here. Here is the source data from the system, from a company system. As you see here, we have three columns: date, financials, and amount. So this is the data we have. We have about uh, 438 rows, which is not too much. And then we have also data for 3 years, 2019. This is these are balance sheet data, 2020, 2021. These are the data that we are going to work on. And then based on this data, we are going to prepare P&L statement or income statement, and then balance sheet, and then cash flow statement. And then it continues, the modeling process continues. All right, now let's start from here. As you see here in a date column, the date is written in this form. There's a dot here. Usually this format is not common on Microsoft Excel. It cannot read it. For example, if I type here year function, and if I select this one, I cannot easily get the year. I cannot read the year. It's because there is a dot here. So this writing date with dot symbol is not common on Excel. So I have to replace this dot with slash. So what I do is I select the column, and then I have to replace the dots by slashes. To find and replace, the shortcut is Control plus H. Control on your computer plus H. Here you go. So just write dots and then replace with slash. Replace all. That's it. So it's already replaced here by slash. All right. Now I can easily separate days and the months from the year. Insert new column here. All right. So equal, I write year function. This is to extract the year from this date. And then, yes. Yeah. So I change this column to just to general, and then I can simply write equal sign year function, and then I select the date, I close the bracket, equal sign. So it only extracts dates from the given column. Here we go. That's it. So in this way, we can easily identify years from the dates, from the days and the months. And what we are going to do now is we have here so many financials, different financials. For example, revenue from supermarkets, revenue from grocery, revenue from retail. In the same way, COGS from retail, COGS from supermarkets, you see here. So we have to do mapping in this case. We have to do our own mapping. Mapping is very important for us to easily navigate through the data and also to do the report. So what I'm going to do is I do mapping here, mapping element, and then you can select this row, and then if you want to easily find like how many years in the year column and how many items or what types of items are in the financial column, it's good to go for filter option. The shortcut for filter is Alt A J. Alt A T. That's it. So now we have already inserted the filter option. Otherwise, if you are not familiar with the shortcut, you can simply select the row and you can go for the filter option, the normal filter option, which is here, and then you can easily do the filtering. So with filter option, what we are going to do is, for example, if you click on the year column, you can easily see how many years you have in your data. Here you have 3 years. And if you see your financials, how many item categories you have here. You have here COGS, D&A, depreciation and amortization, interest expense, operating expense, other revenue, taxes. So we create mapping based on these categories of financials. So I bring all the revenues together, revenue from supermarket, revenue from retail, under one name, which is revenue in this case. So for me to do this, I go for financials and then deselect all and look only for revenue, and then okay, and you have all these revenue items, only revenue items. So what you are going to do is you write revenue for revenues and then make the item name similar to all. So if you drag this down, so we give the same revenue item for all financials, for all the revenue related financials. So in the same way, I go for this is filter option. I go for COGS because we have 4 different COGS. We have to bring them all together under the same COGS. So I go for COGS and then give the name COGS here. Yes, and then just drag down to all because these are only COGS that we have filtered out. That's it. So we also do this thing for other items, remaining items. What we have left is D&A, for example. I'll select only D&A. D&A can be the same the end. It doesn't really make a difference if we change the name. So that's it. Let's go for other remaining items also. We have interest expense down. I didn't write properly. Interest expenses. I write interest expense here. And then paste the formula down to all. Alright. So we have done this one for this. I think we are also left with taxes. Yes, we have tax. Just type taxes. That's it. You can check if you are left with any other remaining item. We have done for operating. We haven't done for operating expense. So here we go. Operating expense. By now we have already done the mapping exercise for all. By the way, for mapping exercise, how we do, for what purpose we do, I have explained it in video number 33 when we prepare P&L statement from the scratch. I really suggest you to go back and see how mapping is important and for what purpose we do the mapping. In this case, this is very simple exam and it's not complicated, but we have done a little complicated example so that you can easily understand the whole picture. We have seen so many things in that video number 33. Okay, now we have done the mapping and as you see, we have given a common name for all the sub items, sub account is here. This is common one, which we are going to use for our income statement. Now what we are going to do is we select these items and we take them to the P&L statement format. Based on our exercise, after doing or creating the mapping of the financials, we build the output P&L sheet. So I select this, Control Shift, down arrow, and then I do copying. I go to P&L statements, and then I do paste special. In the paste special, go for values. Yes, and then in this, from this column, you see still we have so many duplicates. We need to remove duplicates. We have to focus only on the unique account names or financials. So what I do is to remove duplicates, I go for data, and then here we have remove duplicate option. Remove it, and then okay, we removed over 423 duplicate values. Say okay, and you can also remove these lines. To remove these lines, you see here, you can simply click here and go to Home tab and just make this color, the background color, white, so that you will not see the grid lines. That's it, it's gone. All right, now what we are going to do is we need to format and put in some more understandable way. For example, the difference between revenue and the cost of goods sold is gross profit, right? We need to put this, insert this subtotals or differences. And then the difference between gross profit and operating expense is EBITDA, right? So insert EBITDA here, and then the difference between EBITDA and depreciation and amortization is EBIT. Insert here, EBIT. Great. And then the difference between EBIT, which is earning before interest and tax. So now after interest expense, we are going to have insert here, we are going to have EBT only. And then the difference between EBT and the taxes is net income. That's it. So that's how we format our financial and income statement. These are very important for us to focus. EBITDA, EBIT, EBT, and net income. These are very important for us to interpret the financial performance. Okay, now let's write the heading here. These are dollars in million, and here we need to write like we are working for 3 years, so we have to bring the year from the source sheet, copy. I suggest to copy only this years, and then come here, copy special, only values, and then now we have still duplicates, so we need to remove duplicates. Go to data and then remove duplicates. Okay, so we have only 3 unique year, and I want to remove the lines we have here. So what I'm going to do is I cut this and I'm going to put them here, like 2021, 2019 here, 2020 here, 2021 here, horizontally, not vertically. So to do that, I did the cut option here, and I come here, and then I right click, and then I go for, I think I didn't cut it, and then click here, go for copy special, paste the special. Okay, let me do it again, copy, and then paste the special, and then yes, still values. So I didn't transpose it. Let me transpose it. To make it horizontal. So click here, paste the special, and then transpose to make them, put them on the row. So yeah, I don't need these items now. So what I'm going to do now is I have to format. I have to do a conditional formatting for these items. This is header. For header, I have already prepared sales stylist. This is main head for my income statement, which I prepared. For you not to be confused, you can easily prepare the format like general, main heading, subheading, in the way I'm doing, by going to new sales stylist. If you click here, you can easily give the name, like as I did. You can give your own name or put your own name or any kind of name, and then go to the formatting option, and then you select even the font type, font style, size, even the color, and border. How should it go? The bottom border, top border, the right side border, left side border. You can easily set this format by going into sales styles tab, and then new sales style. All right, now I have already set up for this one. And then as you see here, I just clicked it here, and then this thing has come. This thing has come. And then this is another sub uh, item here. So for this one, I have subheading here. And for EBITDA, I have also subheading here. I go for it, subheading. And for EBIT, in the same way, I have subheading here. And for EBIT, I have subheading here. Finally, for net income, I have subheading, but I can still format to show you. I can easily format it to show you. For example, for net income, what I need is uh, I go to border for top border for net income column. For this one, I need something. I need something very like, for example, this one for top one for top border here, this line, and then I have to show it here, and then for bottom one, I may go for this one, and then I have to show it here again. You see, thicker. The bottom border here is thicker than the top border, and then I may need to change the color maybe to this one if needed, and yes, and maybe I may need to increase the font size. Yes, I don't need to change the color of the text. I think that's enough. So yeah, it didn't now, it's not showing here because I just created the style only. So it's style one. So I'm going to go for look for the style one here. Style one. Yeah, it's this one. So it's showing you here because we have selected the background color, which is dark blue. You can remove this dark blue by going to the border, or by going to here. Even you can remove it, or you can make it no color here. All right, that's it. All right, so this is how we format income statement sheet. So